I think Alfred's on his way in for sure. The barometer has dropped by about 10 millibars in the last hour, so you can see the barometric pressure is falling. That's a really good indication that the centre of the storm is coming this way. So we'll keep an eye on that. I've got some instruments on. I've got my chart plotter on, and you'll notice here that I've got a point plotted there. So I've got a waypoint where I anchored. So I'm just going to make sure that I hang around that area. If I drift off there, if I drift, I can drift onto this bank. It's all mud, but I don't want to. But I can sort of monitor what my position is by that waypoint. So that's going to be handy in the night when you haven't got really too many landmarks to see what you're doing. Anyway, we're ready for it. I've had a shower. I cooked a cheesecake today, which is great. Might have a bit of that for after dinner. I'm going to cook a meal in a minute. I've got a couple of meals prepared that I can just slam into the microwave. And before I forget, an old mate of mine watches this. Here you go, Keithy boy. I hope you're not sitting on the couch there with your feet up on a poof watching it. Yvonne, what I want you to do, get a big fan, turn it on, point it straight at him, and throw cups of water on him every 5 or 10 minutes, and then you'll know what it's like out here. I'm glad you watched, Keith. Anyway, I haven't seen you for ages, and sorry I didn't catch up when I was down there a couple of weeks ago. I would have, but I had to rush home a bit early because of what I'm doing right now. Anyway, we're pretty well prepared. Everything, I've got all the washing away, everything's cleared, the decks are clear. I've tested the anchor windlass, she's working all right if I have to use it. Look, I'm just going to be prepared to hang on anchor, and they're saying that I'm going to get gusts of 50 knots plus here. That's a fair bit of wind, but hopefully the anchor hangs on and I don't have to do anything but sit back and watch it go past. But I'll be monitoring everything, so it's probably going to be a long night. Anyway, I'll have a bit of a meal in a minute, and then we'll prepare for it. I hope you're all battened down wherever you are. I talked to a couple of people today. They've been down to their boats and put more ropes on and tried to do everything they can. And if you haven't done it by now, it's probably getting too late, because this thing is coming in, and it's going to come in pretty hard, but probably not as hard as I've seen either. So fingers crossed. And the modelling I've looked at still puts me in a really good position here. The wind is still coming over the top of that high land you could see in front of us there the other day. So I'm pretty happy about that, and that's blocking a bit of it out. So let's have a look at it. For those of you who haven't seen, there's a bit of high land there, and the wind is coming from right behind it. So we've got that, and then on the other side of that is Stradbroke Island. So that's going to give us some pretty good shelter as well. You can see Straddy out there. So the wind's got to get past a few things before it gets to me, which is pretty good. I'll take you outside and you can get a bit of a feel of what it's like. This is where you turn the fan on, Yvonne, and start throwing water at him. So it's a bit breezy out here, but you can see that wind's a lot stronger than the last time I posted. But all good, and it looks pretty dark out there, so I think a lot of rain going to come very soon as well. So that's where we're going to be for tonight. So could be a long one, but we'll just see how it goes. The sail up there's all really well tied up. That's something you've got to be really careful of. Sails, if they untie themselves, you can end up with a lot of windage, and you can have a real problem if they unfurl in the middle of a storm. But I got it tied back pretty well. A lot of wraps around the headstay. I suppose if you're a real seaman, you take that sail down. But it's a big sail, it's hard for me to manage, and I've left it up there and just wrapped it up pretty well. The dinghy's still on the back, tied up. Don't need any more water now we've had, but it's all clear around here, so I can get around the deck, do whatever I need. So we're all set up for it, dude. Yeah, Ryan, I'm in Fisherman's Gutter, which is the channel that runs between the main channel near Stony Point over to what's it called? Slipping Sands. So I'm up against the mangroves in that gutter, and that gets me out of the wind, so that's where I am. Yes, Kay, you've got to be super organised. I bet you're really horrified about being overseas and your boat's in the marina down there, but I guess there's someone else looking out for it. And don't be worried about me, because I'll get through this, not a problem. No worries at all. Well, you never know. You never know what it's going to chuck at you, but look, I'm very confident I'll get through it. There's things I can do. I'm not out of bullets with what I can do just yet. There's plenty I can do, and as I've said before, I'm not worried about losing my life. I could swim ashore from here easily, and I'm just worried about damaging the boat. And look, even if the boat did drag anchor, out behind me, I don't know if you saw it out there, they're all sandbanks around here, so there's no rocks around, but they're all underwater at the moment anyway. I just had a look, but they're all sandbanks, so it's pretty forgiving, but yeah, I don't want to put the boat in that situation, so we should be all right. How you going, Ant? It'll be a good ride here. I bet you're copping it a bit down there, Anthony. When it's all over and I start heading south, I want to catch up with you down at the Iluka pub. Got to go and revisit that, because it's been a while, mate. And the new pub down there, we better go and have a look at it, I reckon. Anyway, dudes, yeah, it's coming. The barometer's dropping, and yeah, I think probably another 3 or 4 hours we'll be feeling what Arnold's got in store for us. Yeah, be getting wild at Cabba for sure, mate. I bet you lost a lot of beach down there. Yeah, you stay safe, Anthony, and your house and everything's okay, because yeah, it's shocking some of the erosion they're getting down there. Yeah, I do use the Anchor Watch app, Robert. It's been on for 3 days, so it's still on at the moment. But yeah, that's a good one to alert you if you are dragging anchor. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a few really good gusts coming through now. That was about probably up near 40, I reckon. So you can see we're starting to get a few little white caps in here. We're pretty calm today. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, all the best to everyone out there. Look, I hope you all get through it okay. I hope there's no damage to your homes or your boats or whatever. So that's all you can do. All you can do is prepare for it, and prepare for the worst and hope for the best. That's all we can do. So I'm pretty well prepared, and just a matter of riding it out now. I've only been through 3 other cyclones before L. Collins. I've done 2 in the mangroves like I'm doing now, while even further up in the mangroves and tied up. And I've done 1 in a marina, and I tell you what, I'm not doing another one in a marina. There's too much going on, so we'll do it out here. This is my choice, and I'd much rather be out here than in a marina where there's other boats around and too much going on. Thanks, Amanda. I hope all of these little vids are helping you out. It gives you a bit of an idea of what you should do. Graham, Lazarette Gutter, okay. Okay, no worries, Graham. I'm glad to give you these little updates as we go along. I'm not sure if I should do another one at 6 o'clock. I might do another one at 6, and it's starting to get a bit interesting, I must admit. So it's probably a bit more interesting for you. I hope I can't show you any tragedy while I'm out here. I'm sure I'm not going to. And look, if I say I'm going to post one at 6 and I don't post it, don't worry that I'm dead. I'm probably just real busy. So I can only do this if I've got a bit of time. So keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be all right. Did you work with the amazing Ian Baxter at the Maritime College? I worked with him from 1970 to... No, I didn't work with Ian, Keith. I don't think I've even heard of him. But anyway, I worked with Dave and Paul at the college there. I was only there for 4 years, but yeah, they were Dave was the LVT, the leading vocational teacher, and Paul was one of the teachers there. We had a really good time, a lot of fun working at the college, and met a lot of great skippers too. But yeah, I can't remember Ian. He might have been a bit before my time. Muscat Omen. I've had my share of cyclones in the northwest back in the 80s. Good on you, John. It's a long way away. Yeah, I don't know what you get over there. Oh, Beauty Point Maritime College. No, not down there. I was at Bundaberg at the Maritime College at Bundy, mate. So I wouldn't have known Ian from there. I was up north. Unfortunately, the college up there's gone now. They've lost a huge resource. But anyway, that's the gov for you. What type of anchor am I using? I'm using a Sarker. It's not an XL or anything like that. It's just a bog standard Sarker. I think it's a number 6, but don't quote me on that. It's about 25 kilos. Pretty big anchor for this boat. It's only on 8mm chain. But look, that's hung on. It's all tested chain, and that's hung on pretty well all the time. As I said in one of the other feeds, I was thinking of shackling up a fisherman anchor I carry as well, but I'm a bit loath to do it because it makes it hard to get everything back on board. And if you've got to, and I might have to move from here after this thing goes through, I don't want to be mucking around doing that. I want to get the anchor up pretty quickly and then steam out of here and get under a bit of more shelter when it goes around to the north. So, but that Sarker, look, I swear by those anchors. Usually once you get them down, famous last words, I suppose. Usually once you get them down, they keep on going down. So, you know, you just keep on pulling them down into the sand or the mud. So I'll swear by them. But I anchored in 2.5 metres of water. I've got 70 metres of chain out for anyone that's interested. So it's a lot of scope, and hopefully that's going to put us in good stead as well. Of course, I've got a snubber on. And look, to be honest, the wind we've had up until now, the boat hasn't even been snatching up on the snubber. So it's been pretty good in here. So I hope it just hangs on for what's coming in tonight. Anyway, dudes, thanks for watching. We'll come up again at 1800, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see what Arnold's doing around then. And yeah, I hope you're not too wet, Keith. Give him a towel now, Yvonne, he'll catch a chill. Anyway, dudes, stay safe. Don't go out and start doing anything now. It's too late. Just get inside and keep out of it. That's what you've got to do. But stay safe and good luck with it, everyone. We'll talk to you at 6 and probably through the night. Cheers, everyone.